guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sophia for anyone that's new, and hit that subscribe button so you can be part of the family. I don't have a name or anything, but yeah. I'm chilling like my inner Nikki Demar with like this blue hair, not as bright as hers, and like cool and warm tones. But anyways, this week's video is going to be for you incoming freshmen. 7 main tips and piece of advice that I was never told as an incoming freshman. So let's get started. So before we actually get started, I'm just going to mention that I am going to be an incoming sophomore. I just finished my first year of college, and I don't think I've ever mentioned this anywhere, but I go to a community college to where I live because I was not ready to move away, and anyways. And I just want to make it clear that I know it's like people say that like community college is just like,
ew, why don't you go to community college? Like, ew, community college, like that's so bad. You're going to 4 year, like that's what some parents tell their kids.
But community college is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You save a lot of money. And personally, I think that's the best choice that I made for myself. So don't listen to anyone that says anything bad about it. But now let's actually get started. Okay, so the hair's looking a little rough today. But anyways, the first piece of advice is to be you. I know that's so basic and so like, well, duh. But like, a lot of people try to fit in, but really, if you're gonna try to make friends, like honestly, you have to be you. I don't know, but no one wants to be friends with someone fake, and I've experienced that from my freshman year. Met a couple fake people, no tea, no shade. But yeah, like just be you. If someone doesn't want to be friends with you for who you are, then that's their loss. But yeah. The second thing is to get involved. Personally, since I'm at a community college, I feel it is most important to get involved. You're here for 2 years or however long you need to take, so might as well get involved. Join in some clubs. It looks really good for when you transfer, and this is for high school students too. Like, get involved. Like, I literally don't know how much to say. Okay, the third piece of advice I think is really important is to ask for help. Do not be afraid to ask your professors for help. Like, it'll show that you're a good student. It'll make them want to help you more instead of you just being another random student. Honestly, like, high school is so different from college. No one tells you or reminds you to do your homework. If you don't do your homework, that's your problem. They don't care if you pass or not. Some are more caring than others, and they encourage you, but they're not going to remind you to do your homework. You get a syllabus at the very beginning of the semester, like the first day. So I really recommend writing everything down into a calendar and to have a, like, for me, I'm a visual person, so I need to have an actual calendar like that I keep in my bag. But I also have one here up on my wall that's an eraser one. It has like the month, and I just fill everything in, and that literally helps so much. But to ask for help is so important. Make at least acquaintances with your professor, and sit in the front also, because it's very easy to get distracted from sitting in the back, and you can easily go on your phone or like fall asleep. But I think it's best to sit in the front because you'll actually learn. Like, this is so important. Like, you're in college for you. You don't have to be in college. Like, high school and like elementary, middle school and everything. Being in college is a choice, and I really think it's important to do this for you. Like, this degree's for no one else other than you. So I really think it's important to ask for help because you want to, and because it'll really help you in the long run. The fourth piece of advice is to make friends in your class. I think this is really important, and some people have the mindset that you're in community college and you're just gonna leave, so it doesn't matter to make friends. But 2 years is actually like a good amount of time. Like, I made friends with my classmates in my bio class, like Leah and Natalie, and like we're still friends. Like, I still talk to them, and I think it's important to make friends, because if you're not there, the professor's not gonna want you to ask like, oh, what did we do for class? Like, I'm sorry, I wasn't here. They don't really care about your excuses on why you weren't there. You're kind of just another student, and you are an adult. I don't think you should be asking the professor, and they even tell you that. So they even advise for you to make a friend or two in case you're not there, to ask those kids, or to ask those students of your friends what you missed out on, and if they can't give you an answer, then I guess ask the professor last. That's what they also tell you too. But it's also important to make friends because you can make study groups. Like, study groups are really important and fun, and when you make friends, you have someone to do the project with, or like get help with homework, or like do homework together. I did actually take advantage of that, and that really did help me in the long run to make friends. The fifth piece of advice I have is parking. My school obviously is community college, and this goes for anyone, even in a university. I suggest that in your first weeks, or like the first 3 weeks, get there an hour before your class starts, because parking is a pain in the butt. So you should really know where your classes are before you go to school, instead of looking really lost, which that's totally fine, because that's how I was. But my school has an app, and it tells you like the overall map of the school, and it pinpoints where your classes are. So that really helps me. I don't know about other schools, but that really helped me a lot, because I knew exactly where to go instead of wasting even more time after parking. Some people don't even find parking after an hour, but after like the 3rd week, everyone knows like what time they should really get there and stuff. So I really suggest getting there an hour earlier before your class starts. And yeah, it may suck waiting there an hour if you get parking right away, but it's better than you being late and not having any parking at all. The 6th piece of advice is to take classes that are easy for you and that you know you can manage. So my first semester, I took 15 and a half units, and if you don't know, for a college student, 12 is full-time, which is like 4 classes-ish, 3 or 4. But my second semester, I took 19 and a half, which is a lot, and it was so hard. I now know that I cannot manage 19 and a half. I can manage 15 and a half between the 19, but I think it's really important to take at least 15 in your first semester, because I feel like that is pretty manageable for some people, depending which classes you take. And then you'll know if you can take more the next semester, like what you can handle and stuff. So I think that's really important, and that is helpful a lot, and I know now for my second year what I can handle and what I can't. The 7th piece of advice is how to balance school, work, and a social life. So obviously school is the most important, and a lot of people love making money and going to work because you're making bank. I had a guy in my business class who stopped coming to class because he was just making so much bank at work. It's easy to think like that, but like in the long run, you're gonna make way more money than you are now with your degree. And even with an associate's, probably, like, I just think it's more important to go to school. And you can have social time at school too, like during in between classes. If you have a friend that's also doesn't have a class, maybe meet up. Or another social thing is like, I'll hang out with people, but we'll also be doing homework or studying. Like my best friend Olivia, she was still taking summer school when I already finished, and me, her, and our friend Michaela, we helped her with her bio. Like, I don't know, I think it's a lot hard for people, and like social media and stuff is such a big distraction. I can tell you from that, because I love social media. But sometimes you really have to like force yourself to like put your phone down or leave it in another room, or you can do this thing where you can, I guess, lock the app for a certain amount of time, or until the like time you want. But I think it's most important to do your homework the day it was given, because you'll just forget about it by the time class comes. For me, I have classes every other days, so it's easier to forget. So I find it easier to do your homework the day it was given, and then you'll stay on track if you continue to do that. So I think that's really helpful. And for work, I know everyone wants money, but school comes first. Like, personally, my job is, I'm a full-time babysitter, nanny. I do it a lot, so it pays the bills. So sometimes I will take my homework with me, or depending on what your job is. Let's say you work at In-N-Out or something. Obviously you can't choose your hours or whatever, but you can definitely do your homework on your break, or you can do it after, or get a lot of it done before work, because after you're probably not gonna want to do your homework because you're tired. So you have to really think ahead for a lot of these things. I think having a calendar and an agenda is very important, because it'll help you stay organized. So then you'll know okay, hang out with this person this day, but I have homework due the next day, so do it then, and then I have work today. You can really stay organized, which helps a lot. Okay, those were my, I guess, top pieces of advice that I have for incoming college freshmen. I think these are some things that I never knew and no one ever told me, so I had to experience this myself, and I'm just trying to help you guys so you don't have to do that yourself, and so you actually know. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, and subscribe, and I kind of want to do more college related videos, because I know I have a good amount of college students in my following. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye!